Yo. What's good, gang? What's going on? All right, listen. I want to know if this is a good little sound check. I just want to make it so that when I do come into the stream itself, all right, so this is how it's going to sound. What are you saying, guys? How we doing all? Is everyone getting in? I'm just waiting for a few more people to come in, man. I want to know if people are still sat in the stage chat. All right, there's 4 listening in the stage chat. Okay. All right. Sounds all good, yeah? All right, then, cool. I think based on how this one works out today, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Yeah, US is asleep, to be fair. I understand that. Yeah. Depending on how this is going to work out, all right? If it's welcomed, then I'll add an extra day to doing this. All right? I'll add an extra day depending on how we accept this. So this is how it's going to roll out. All right. We are going to have our charts rolling like this. Okay. Now I'm going to do exactly the same for XRP. Okay. And for Ethereum, and we're going to chop and change in between the two. All right. I'll probably have just a couple of, I'll have Bitcoin. I'll have 2 key time frames on Bitcoin, 2 on Ethereum, 2 on XRP, and we'll swap and change in between the two. All right. But the reason why I've got this like this, okay, is because our goal is to effectively try and find the pattern that is evolving from the smaller time frame, which is going to be playing out on the bigger time frame. All right. That's what our goal is. Okay. Now, I just need to know if you guys, how you doing, man? Yeah, morning, old school morning streams, man. This is what it's going to get to. Okay. But at least when if I've got you guys here as Patreons here, right, it takes away a lot of pressure. All right. Because I know that we can say whatever we want. All right. We haven't got to worry about someone trying to scam someone or, you know, just someone talking shit. All right. You can all have the conversations amongst yourselves. All right. I'll be popping in and out, talking about key points in the chart. All right. But it's all down to what you guys want at the end of the day. Okay. Because this will be a live feed that will be provided for people to watch back. All right. But I know people like the daily update videos. Okay. So I just need to. Infinex, is there any way, my friend, if you can just run a poll in the Patreon chat, okay, and see if you can find out if people would want 2 private streams, okay, and 2, or just the morning, you know, the daily updates. I just need you to really tell me what you guys are interested in. I'm just trying to add variation to the theme. You know? Yeah, not everyone is awake. Yeah, I get that. All right, then. So this is what we're going to do. To make it more interesting for us, all right? We are going to pull up one of the main charts just so that we can discuss what is going on. All right, so I'm going to put that there. All right, then. So here we go. Bitcoin. Very interesting breakdown below. Well, it's no surprise, is it, ladies and gentlemen? Is it a surprise? Hey? Is it a surprise that they brought price all the way down into this point in the chart? Yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna. I think the short updates are gonna be more helpful as well. I think I'm not gonna take those away. Okay, so I'm just gonna do the stage chat like we normally do, like this today. Okay, and we'll play it by ear. Don't worry about it. I'll make sure I keep doing those video updates. I'm not gonna sacrifice all of them. No way, because I know people rely on those as well. Okay, all right then. So. I think what I need to do is we need to get the timestamps as such on this. Okay then. 1 or 2 streams. Yeah, do 1 or 2 streams. And actually change that, B-Man, change that to 1 or 2 streams. Okay. And then add one for streams, 2 streams, or daily videos. Okay, daily updates. Just check that. I just want to see, but I'm not going to change anything because I know I will adjust it, but Fucking hell, man, I'm struggling here. All right, then, cool. Anyway, let's get with price action. Let's just have a look at what's actually going on, all right? Drop onto the hourly. Where are we on the hourly? We can see quite distinctive patterns. Vector candles getting recovered on here. You guys should not be surprised about that. Look at the retrace back to the 50, continuation back down. Yeah? Right. Let me get this up. Let me sort this out right here. You will be hearing me doing a couple of vapes, ladies and gentlemen. It's the, you know, the underground stream, as they call it. All right. All right, then, cool. Let's just go over here for a second. Let me just bring up MT4 right here. All right, then, so here we go. Guess what? Funnily enough, Bitcoin has only come back into the previous week's psychological high and low. If you remember on Sunday when I said to you guys, draw off the previous week's psychological high and low and see if you can get anything from that. Look at what's happened. The previous week's psychological high and low, okay, Bitcoin has come straight back down to that point. All right? Now, what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is this, okay? Look at the previous vectors. They've come back and hit them. Have I marked it off anywhere? I probably haven't marked it off anywhere. Stupid me. Where is it? Bitcoin, no. No. Didn't mark it off, did I? Tino. What have you done? Sorry. Yeah. I haven't marked it off, excuse me. Where is it? I mean, is it? Oh, BTT. Okay, maybe on the perpetuals. Hold on a second. Did I do it? I didn't even mark it off. What a guy. What a guy. How can I not mark off my own... Fucking hell, my own projections. Don't believe it. Okay, then. Right. Let's have a look at what's going on. Okay, it's quite obvious now. Look at this. Look at how Cake and BNB are actually making a move back up. Bitcoin's pulling back. Previous vector candle has been formed. Drop onto the higher time frames, ladies and gentlemen, to see where we are. Look, green vector candle completely annihilated. Has anyone taken a short from this? I want to know, has anyone taken a short? Yeah, I can see your chats. Adam, I can see your chats. And I've got the Patreon chat open as well. All right? I've got the Patreon chat open just in case I can't see. I've got it all here. Okay? Just in case I can't see what you guys are saying. I might even just do something groovy here. Is there any way that I can actually move this? Is there any way that I can actually... Oh, God. Anyways, never mind. Okay. No shorts, just closed my long. Okay, I think I prefer updates when they're necessary rather than sticking to a defined plan when nothing's happening. Yep, I hear that. Okay, cool, right. Okay, you did some shorts, okay, but you paid yourself. Okay, then, cool. Yeah, waiting to see if this drop level 2. Okay, so look, here we go. Listen, on the 4-hour time frame, Bitcoin has broken the 50 EMA, all right, which is the 13 EMA on the daily. Remember that, yeah? It broke, well, it actually hasn't broken the daily, sorry. That's not the daily. 50 EMA is not the 13 EMA. Why is that not coming up on there? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. No, that's not right. Forget that. It's tried to come down towards the 13 EMA. Okay? Now, guys, listen. Look on the chart. The lowest point is the 44,688 and the starting point is the 46,590. Okay? Now, just remember, right? It's not showing it on here. I will always go on MT4 vector candles. Okay? If I'm not seeing it on the higher time frames, I'm going to see it on the lower time frames. You can see clear as day right now. They are trying to pull price down into this previous pool of liquidity. Okay. They may form a pattern in this zone right here. All right. Which will be consistent with something on the higher time frame. Okay. So look, this is what I'm expecting. This is potentially the cyclical pattern that we are expecting price to go to on a higher time frame basis. Okay, so look, here's a bigger W formation. Rise level 1, retrace down to level 2, rise up level 2, finish. Okay, and then price comes down and to start the level 3 move to the upside. Okay, because we're getting thrown about. They can change the intention many times because look, on the daily, price has come back into the previous level 2 end. How many times have we seen this on the lower time frames? All right. How many times have we seen it? The amount of times that we've seen Bitcoin come up, we've thought that this was a rise level 2, but it wasn't. This ended up being the right rise level 2 because they brought price back down into the zone. Okay, check this out. You see it on the hourly. Where was it? Where was that move? Where was that move? I know it was. Where was it that time where it came up and came straight back? Here it is. Okay, then. Put things into perspective right there. See that? So we could have assumed that was a level 1. All right. But on the daily, comes down. That is a level 1, level 2 start. Okay. Do you see how the cycles on the lower time frames are going to be making up the cycles on the higher time frames? All right. This is really important to get into your mind. Okay. Because you can get thrown off. There are patterns within patterns, cycles within cycles. Okay. Are we good with that? Tino, could you draw and share maybe invalidations of levels on the price and share it in the Patreon? Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. No problem there. Invalidations of levels. See, the thing is, right, this is the catchy thing, right? What invalidates a level? All right, so look, this is what invalidates a level. Right, here we go. So this is the weekly cycle that we anticipate to see in the chart, okay? When price comes up to the level 1, it stops here, okay? Pulls back. Consolidation. For an invalid level, okay? Rise level 2, okay? That validates level 1 because it's a move to the upside, okay? Now, the consolidation of level 2 cannot go beyond level 1 because it will reset the level. All right? Because think about it. If they were building positions in this zone to move price higher and they achieve that, and they do things in threes, all right? Naturally, this move right here will then see the continuation of price to go higher, all right? But if they bring price down and then it breaks this area right here, they've changed the decision. They've changed the intention. They've now reversed the cycle. So then the next thing that is left to do is they need to come down into this peak formation, all right? And if they break the peak formation, the whole cycle is completely reset. We are now waiting for a new pattern. So price can still come down here. It can go here. It can go here, but it cannot break below there. Now, when you've got a rise level 1 drop, okay, as long as there is a clear indication that it's consolidated and moved away from this zone, all right, whatever this pullback does of the level, all right, if it comes down here, it will still be deemed as a valid level 2 rise. It's just a little bit steep. But by principle, what you're looking for is you're anticipating that this level 1 zone right here acts as an area of support for them to trigger the move to go higher. Because if they started pulling back from here, the last move up that they came from in here had been developed from this move down here. So by principle, you want to see them bring it back down and bounce from this point. Okay, if they don't do that and they come into that zone, that's still fine. All right, variation on the theme. That's what you're looking for. Do not go by static movements. Okay, now looking, let me get rid of that. Looking at the way price is moving right now, you can see the big red vector candle that has pushed price down lower. We have got another pool of liquidity down here on the chart, which sits at around the 45,800 zone. I need to know, is there enough people in this? Have we got people in here? Okay, cool. What have we got here? Can you go into detail on the ADR, por favor? Okay, then. ADR, por favor. Okay. All right, ADR. The average daily range. Okay. Let me bring it up for you. The principle says, all right, I'm going to go into the ADR in just a split second. Sorry, man. Sorry. I just need to focus on what Bitcoin is doing right now. Right. 1 hour time frame coming down towards this previous zone right here. We've got the ADR low, which is 46,325. Fuck it. We'll talk about it right now. ADR is the average daily range. And it's the journey that price will take in terms of a cyclical pattern. Okay. In terms of a cyclical pattern. That's what we will... That's what we will do in... Right, let me put it like this to you. So from the daily open, right, the ADR journey is price is likely to go up one direction and then another direction for that session, okay? This move up or this move down will be consistent with the ADR, all right? That's what we need to understand. Now, by principle, it says here that Bitcoin is due to move 22,800 pips on the average daily range. Okay? So from the daily open, we are expecting a 22,000 pip movement to the downside. Well, guess what? That's only 10,000 right there. Okay? 10,789. Okay? We are expecting it to come towards this zone right here. That's what we are anticipating with regards to the ADR. Okay, which when you look at it on the chart, you can see that you have got pool of liquidity right here, which they are working on. You've got a pool of liquidity right here, which sits in line of the ADR. So in other words, Bitcoin has the ability to move down lower and it will be within its line of ADR itself. It will be respectful of the range. So they'll be moving in a direction that won't throw the marketplace off. Okay, now if you look at the M formation at the highs up here, all right, now this can be variation on the theme as such, but look at this. This is the M, all right, that's the M formation. Ah, shit. Price comes down, comes back up, all right, level 1. Yeah, this W formation doesn't play out. There you go. Failure of the W formation. Why did it fail? Because the 5 and the 13 EMA didn't follow through. Job done. It's over. Change in tension. Now we've got ourselves a level 2. Okay? Level 2 has been formed. Price came back to the 50 EMA. Rejects it. 5 and 13 EMA point lower. Off we go to the downside. By principle, we should see this move price down lower and form a peak formation. If it doesn't form the peak formation straight away, we then may get a retrace back up and then go into a level 3 peak formation drop. Okay? But I'm waiting. The lowest that I'd expect them to bring price back down to is in and around this zone right here. Okay, the 45 zone. That's where I would be expecting them to move price back down to if they do show us a day like they did yesterday. All right? But it will be way beyond the average daily range, man. It will be a crazy move to the downside. By the start of the week, ladies and gentlemen, which is here, all right? Bitcoin is allowed to move right there. From the start of the week. All right, that's where we started the week from. Okay, Bitcoin is allowed to move that much. 42,000. Let's mark it off. If Bitcoin continues with this move to the downside, right? That is the journey that it is allowed to take on a weekly basis. Yeah, listen, MT4 is old school. Oh, goodness me. So this is the movement, okay? This is the ADR times 3. So in a week, Bitcoin can travel 22,800 pips to the downside or to the upside. It looks like they're recovering to the downside. Why? Because look at all the vector candles we've got. Look at the pools of liquidity. This is the lowest point that they can move price back to, okay? Just look. Pool of liquidity right there. All right? It's an assumption. All right? It is an assumption. This is the story. Okay? Maybe look at your chats. I like the bullish divergence on the TDI with this latest drop. Well, look, guys, we are catching moves that are developing into bigger moves. Okay? Look, this move from the high, from this point down to here. Okay? 41,116 pip move. All right, we've had this spike up in price and now we are going to expect it to come back down. Look, it's dropping, man. Look, it's going to start working the zones. All right, there's nothing out there. Everything is positive about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin as a whole. All right, there's so much happening, yet it's all pulling back. They are accumulating it, man. They are just making a run for profit and accumulating it. That's the only thing that could be making this move happen. Okay. The thing is, right, this is what I don't like, okay? You have to understand this, okay? I mean, look, here we go, recovery. There's the recovery right there. There's the recovery, taking over this previous vector candle. They are actually recovering it. Here we go. That's the vector getting recovered right there. Looking on all our time frames across here, we can see 13 EMA on the daily is due to get taken right here. We've had the break on the 4-hour time frame, working on coming out to this previous vector candle right here. The 8-hour chart is working the previous vector as well. It looks like it's still forming support on that base. The 1-minute time frame has shown us the development of this move with this M formation right here. All right, you can see that right there. Rise, drop, comes down. You can see little cycles in with the 1-minute time frame as well. Blue vector. Oh god, blue vector candle coming in. This looks like the retrace back up. What are we in time? We've got 25 minutes until the next hour, guys. Okay then, 15-minute time frame. What we can see is 5 and 13 EMA spread. That's fine. Starting to edge out on the hourly. 1 minute, just there, just to show us. Look at the little W formation forming on the hourly, on the 1-minute time frame. How kind of you to appear right there. 8-hour charts pulling nicely. That's going back. We've got ourselves right here, that little W. Let me get rid of that W formation right there. Okay, so the 4-hour time frame is working its way down, man. The 13 EMA on the 4-hour. We don't want that crossing over the 50 EMA. We really don't want that crossing over. The 13 EMAs getting ready to cross over the 200 EMA on the hourly. Very interesting. All right, so it looks like we're trying to stabilize in this point in the chart. Let's have a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, there you go. Pull back into the previous week. Right there. Complete recovery. Next point of interest for Ethereum. We've got these pools of liquid. I mean, the fact that it's just aggressively dropping. Ideally, I just want it to stabilize in this point. I want it to hold in this zone. I welcome these moves to the downside. I do welcome them. Okay, then cool. Let me get the chart back up. And let's keep an eye out on what could be happening. There could be a potential little W formation forming right here, ladies and gentlemen. Might have ourselves a little pattern right there. See if it plays out. Okay. All right, then. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to put it on mute. Okay. And I'll be back in a few moments. And I'm going to test this back and forth business. All right. Cool. So let me come back to you in a sec. Put a little bit of music on for you. Now, how is the music level? Is that okay? Yeah, I'm going to be jumping in when I see the price. That's exactly what I'm doing now, Beamer. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on what was going on. That's all. All right, so let me know if you guys are cool with that level on music. Is that okay? Yeah, 10 pips louder. Okay. How's that? Needs to be a bit louder. Okay. How is my voice when I come into it? Is that okay? Are we good, yeah? Okay, then. Yep, perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right, then. So let's roll out this new format. Here we go. I'm going to be jumping in and out of the stream. Okay, cool. Does ADR start at the Daily Open? Yes, it does, my friend. Okay, then. Perfect. Catch you in a sec, guys. Okay, we're starting to see a little bit of a movement now. The blue vector has actually turned into a violet candle on the 1 hour time frame. Is little W formation on the 1 minute time frame. Okay, how long is this going to hold out for? Who knows? The big spike of the green vector on the 1 minute time frame right here could be a little bit of a clue, but if they are intending to go lower, they will just break down. We just got to be mindful of that. Guys, if you want to chat in the Discord, I've got the chat up in the Discord anyway, so don't worry, you can bring that up. It's all good. Have your chat in the Patreon chat. It's all good. What I'll do each time is I'll just edit. Oh, okay, here we go. I will just remove the... I'll just unmute the music when I'm going to switch it on again. That doesn't make sense. But anyway, you get the idea. All right, let me just get rid of this thing here. Why have I got this appearing? What the hell? Get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that. Appearance, scales, show symbol, name. Get rid of that. Happy days. Okay, look, now we're breaking down, guys. We are breaking down. Next point of interest. That's going to break the W. Next point of interest. Flip over to MT4. Where are we on Bitcoin? We are coming towards the ADR low, guys, man. It looks like the ADR low is going to be taken today, and there's no denying it. They're going to break this previous pool of consolidation right here. So the whole cycle is going to get invalidated to the upside. All right, this cycle here. Remember that. Look, they're breaking down each of the levels right now. They're going through the markdown phase. Naturally, when they come and bring price into a point in the chart like here, okay, we expect them to base out, all right, and maybe form a retrace continuation. All right, but looking at the way they're moving things, they're going to want to make a run for profit and take advantage of these pools of liquidity. If we do achieve the range daily low, which sits at the 46,166 point, then there's a good chance that we could see a little bit of a retrace from there. Okay, flipping over to other gangs like XRP, they're coming, they're breaking down. Where we at? XRP showing a lot of, there you go, coming towards the range weekly low, coming into the previous peak itself. All right, are they finished? Who knows? We've got big movements coming down here. The $1.04 mark could be a zone that they visit because the range weekly low is actually above the range daily low. Looking at Bitcoin again, breaking through that pool of liquidity, guys, completely smashed through it. Ethereum, she's trying to hold, but I think she is going to break down lower. We've got to be mindful of what to expect. Okay, here we go. Continuation on the 15-minute time frame. Right, we've got 2 more minutes until a new vector candle appears. This candle needs to turn red if it's going to imply a stronger move to the downside. Otherwise, if it doesn't, they'll just do a little quick retrace and then a continuation back down again. So we've got to be mindful of what's going on here. Look at that. Look at that right there. How this little W formation tries to play out. Although it's extended beyond the first leg, variation on the theme as such. But this is what you want to try and work out. If that's not going to work, then we see if we can actually move it across here. Is this the true start of the pattern? Who knows? All right. This is just fondling about right now. Full recovery right there. 5 and 13 EMA. 13 EMA about to cross the 200 EMA on the hourly, man. That's a big momentum move. Well, this is it, B-man. It's the fast move. That's what we're looking for. All right? It's the fast move, false move kind of story. All right? Let's have a look at some other coins, see what else they're doing whilst Bitcoin is getting attacked. All right, funny how Cake is still holding its gains. Well, we actually done a stop hunt rise, fair enough. BNB at the same time has done exactly the same thing. Are they going to come back to these points in the chart? Let's have a look at Link. Link is getting hit hard, but it's still in the same zone. Green vectors down at the lows right there. I think they're going to use today as a means to set up tomorrow's reversal. That's what I think they're going to do. Matic, let's have a look at Matic pulling back. Working the previous vector candle, we got another pool of liquidity right here for Matic, man. This is why we're going to see these fast moves happen. This is why we're going to see them, because they're just going to come and just run through these previous pools of liquidity, and it's going to be the same across the board. Vet's taking a hit, man. Completely took everything back on that. All right, then. So here we go. What else have we got? Cake at the top spot. That is crazy. But that's for my playlist as well. Playlist, watch list. Okay. Where's Axe? Where's Axe? I want to know where Axe is. There, AVAX. Axe. See, look, guys, look at this. AVAX right there now. Okay, it's come down to the 50 EMA. Stopping volume on the 50. Stopping volume again because there's vectors within that. Violet candle right here. Price comes back and recovers it. Blue vector, everything recovers it. But we've got the red vector up here. holding at the 50 EMA. This is important. If AVAX holds its 50 EMA whilst all of this is happening, all right, then boy, you know you've got yourself a winner when it's able to hold out. All right. Algo, on the other hand, taking a battering. Everything is just coming back, guys. It needs to come back. Everything needs to come back. It has to come back. I'm going to get rid of that. Do you guys prefer the 6 screens or the 1? Can you please let me know? Do you want the 6 screens or the 1? Please let me know, guys. 6. Okay, cool. Look at the 4 hour. It's going to finish that whole vector candle. It really is going to finish that full vector candle right there because there's nothing in sight to stop it. If Bitcoin comes down to here today, then that'll be a shocking day. That'll be a great to get back in. But when you think about it, where's it actually gone? It's only what, from 50 all the way down to 43. That's, well, 44. It's nothing. A 5K range that we've been moving in and out of all week. Yeah? Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, I understand why one screen is easier to watch. But it's just some people might not have... we've got to try and keep everyone happy, haven't we? Fucking hell. 1 24-hour, 24/7 stream, please, bro. Okay, then. Okay. Has anyone seen that Odyssey? The Samsung Odyssey screen? That is wild. I can't get my head around the screen being so curved. Tino, would you short here? Short where? We'd be in the short from days, mate. We would have been in the short at the retest of the 50 EMA. That's where we would have gone short. All right? And then to break it down for you, look at where the retest was. And what actually appeared. M formation. Yeah? The M formation that appeared here, all right, as you can see right there. That's a good thing about TradingView. The axis lines up on the chart. I really love that. All right, that's where the M formation formed on the 1 minute time frame. You would have gone short in these places right here. Would have gone short there. You could have gone short here. Could have gone short there. You could have gone short up here and then set this zone just a little bit further up, all right, as your stop. Could have set your stop up there, all right? And you just would have enjoyed a nice little stack of cheese right there. Yes. All right, and I'll be back in. JB, is it any good? If it's good, then we may make that transaction. We may make it, but I don't know. I'm so used to looking at like 2 screens, 3, and now all I need to do is just rotate my head. Fucking hell. One of those ones. I used to stream MT4 to myself when I'm away from the house because it's a 10-year-old, only 10-year-old. Which time frame do I place more emphasis on? All right, listen. In light of what time frame to place more emphasis on, that's down to your trading approach. Do you understand? What are you? Okay? Are you a scalper? Are you a swing trader? Remember, I'm trying to cater for everyone, which is why I talk on the 4 hourly, the 1 hourly, the 15, the 1 minute, the 5 minute. Each type of trader is in the stream. Okay? Each type of trader like yourselves in the Patreon. There's someone that's going to be a scalper, someone that's going to be a swing trader. Okay? But in light of the cycles themselves with the hybrid system, emphasis is taken on the 1 hour and the 15-minute because the hybrid system is a short-term day trading strategy. Okay? But that's not to say that you can't use it on the higher time frames. It just means that it takes a little longer. Your cycles are going to last longer. You're going to have to wait for longer retraces to happen. Whereas on the smaller time frames, you don't necessarily have to do that. I mean, look at this retrace. The Asian session initiates the retrace. The UK steps in and does the brinks and price drops. Okay? So by that principle, we're waiting for yet another 1 hour candle at 11 o'clock. We're waiting to see if this is going to continue and follow price down. All right, because they're stalling. I don't like the stalling. All right, because what they could do is they could reverse price back up just to trap traders back in. Okay, and then continue back down. I want them to just reveal their hand and just show the movement to the downside. I like the idea of it slowly breaking down. I hate these pauses in the chart. All right, this is what we're waiting for. We're waiting to see if the next hour candle will roll. Okay. So, I'll be back in a few minutes. Give me 2. Five minutes until the next hour, guys. 5 more minutes. Let's have a look at what's going on. See, they're still holding the zone right now. Okay. Looking at Algo. Algo's taking a beating. It's just working its next zones. What you'll find with all the altcoins themselves, guys, is they will make moves towards vector points in the chart quicker than what Bitcoin would, or Ethereum. But when Bitcoin and Ethereum make the move, then that's where it can get really, really chaotic in the chart. Let me just have a look at XRP. XRP holding pretty well. Green vector candle, although the fact that it hasn't continued back up and finished stronger is a little bit of a sign of weakness for me. Ethereum is working its way down. Still hasn't recovered the full vector itself. Get rid of this shit here. So it hasn't worked that full vector right there. We've still got another pool right there for it to take out. Got a blue vector zone right here. Although the wick's right there. Okay, we're still going to maybe come back down to that point to test. If we do get a break below the 2.9, if we get a break below the 3,000 point, then boy, that's going to be really crazy. Because they're going to release the liquidity and then it's just going to come down towards these points in the chart, which are kind of scary. And I don't really want to see that happening, you know. But ideally, this fast, sharp move to the downside has to be followed by a sharp move back up. So we'll see. We'll see what rolls out with that. What else have we got here? It's forming a W on the RSI outside the volatility band. Bitcoin 15 minutes. Let's have a look. $50-minute time frame. RSI. Yeah. Outside the volatility band, we've got a little W coming into there. It does look like it, but we're waiting for the signal line to come into play. That's what we want. We want the RSI to come back up above the market signal, which is the red line on the volatility band right there. But look, the volatility is absolutely massive. You want it to be, you ideally want it to just grow and slowly come into momentum. Sharp moves like that, it just sets it up for just retraces back up to throw traders off the board. The range daily low is in sight. I'm expecting the range daily low to hit today, guys. That's what I'm expecting. Go back in the previous streams and the amount of times that we've seen price come down towards that zone and piss about for a bit and then come and hit it is just unbelievable. So the range daily low right there will sit at the 46,183 there or thereabouts. That's the point of interest that I'm expecting Bitcoin to get to. Ethereum, she's pretty close to it as well. Okay, but before we actually see all of that behavior, we're probably going to get a retrace back up and then come back down again. We'll see if New York actually induces a stop hunt rise and drop to the downside. 2 minutes until the next hour starts, guys. Let me just bring up this time frame here. Oops. Let's see how they behave towards the next minute. All right, pay attention to the chart, guys. Look at the 1 minute time frame. Look at how busy it can get towards the end of an hour and start of a new 1 hour candle. Focus on the first 3 minutes of that and you should be good to go. Yeah, could they be taking profit today for reversal tomorrow? Potentially. They could be marking up price, getting it ready for tomorrow, if we make the assumption that Thursday is the midweek reversal. You know, this is what we're trying to establish. Because look, the daily itself has started off with price spiking up and then pulling straight back down. That is fast move, false move kind of thing. It's the stop hunt, rise, drop. Okay, stop hunt, rise, drop. So we're just waiting to see if that's going to be the case by the end of today. Yes, they do like to move the days with crypto. That's the thing with the days in crypto, man. That's the crazy thing about it. They can do whatever they want. Right. Here we go. 8 seconds. It's too quiet. Too quiet. Here we go. By principle, that vector candle... Ah, look at that. They're going to do it. The 4 hour candle has started off so strongly to the downside. They're going to push this down lower. Range daily low could be in sight, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks kind of far away still. Look at it. If it comes down to the range daily low, 46,183, it would have achieved the ADR for the session. All right, which we would expect them to reverse price back up to. Here we go. We may get price coming up to retrace. So these are the on the 1 minute time frame. If the 1 minute time frame is just edging downwards, okay, green vector candle on the 1 minute time frame. All right. Problem with the 1 minute time frame is this. Okay, if I put the trader's reality indicator on there, here we go. Problem is the 1 minute time frame showing a vector candle at the 50 EMA. All right, and it's not gone any further. Ideally, we want to see it come back, break through the 50 EMA, and the 5 and the 13 EMA are edging upwards. I know a couple of guys yesterday were talking about the 5-second time frame. Quite a good time frame to look if you're really interested in trading anything lower than the minute. All right, go and get a book by Bob Vollman. All right, so here is the book. I'm going to show it to you right now. This is very sophisticated price action, scalping price action. All right, very sophisticated price action, scalping book. It is, in essence, this guy right here. All right. So there it is. That's the book. It's a very, very difficult read. When I say difficult, it's not the book that you just have while you're drinking a cup of tea. You need to sit down with a pen and a bit of paper and study it. All right. This book right here, Bob Vollman. It's for those who are really down for scalping. All right, and you haven't got time to sit and piss around with swing trading. This is for scalpers. This is for the guys who want to get in and out, fast in, fast out. This is the book. He talks a lot about the tick charts. All right, he's also got another version of it, okay, which is, let me get rid of that. It is the 5 minute, where is it? The 5 minute scalping strategy. 5 minute Bob Vollman. Here it is. Here it is. That's the book right there. Understanding price action, practical analysis of the 5 minute time frame. If you're serious about scalping, all right, get these two books. All right. These don't have any relationship to the hybrid system. You don't see vector candles in this book. All right. He talks a lot about zones. Okay. So for example, look at this right here. Okay. He's come up with patterns that appear in the actual tick charts themselves. Okay. And he says that if you see, rather than to confuse you, a lot of it is unconventional wisdom of trading. Okay. Study, I can't determine that. Okay. So let me just bring up the 1 minute time frame. So for example, when you see each candlestick, right, on the scalping with Bob Vollman, each candlestick tells you the story and you have to focus on each candlestick, right? So this candlestick right here, to him, he would read it as it's now engulfed past all of these candles right here. He would go long on the close of that candle, right? And he would ride this move and he'd get out. Okay? Because, you know, from 336.19 all the way up to 382, that's a big move for a scalper when you're trading small time frames. Okay? That's what it's about. And he uses the tick chart. So you can imagine when he's using the ticks, look at how much that move is for a tick trader. Look, that is literally like a level 1 rise, level 2, level 3 peak formation, drop. Funny, isn't it? W formation, rise up level 1, rise level 2, rise level 3, peak formation, it comes all the way back down again. Right, that move right there, okay, is in essence that move right there. In essence, okay, and you're taking advantage of very small moves, and Bob Vollman does a very good job of talking about that. How much does the content overlap of the books with the hybrid system? It's about confluences, Adam. It's about you coming to the understanding of taking what you know about price action with the hybrid system and then applying it into the Bob Vollman's method, because a lot of Bob Vollman's method is all about visual patterns of the tick charts. Okay, he uses black and white candlesticks, no vectors. He doesn't even consider volume as such, right? He just focuses exclusively on small patterns. So for example, right, there'll be a tick chart where it looks kind of small like this, okay? And Bob Volman, right, let me just bring this up here. Let me put up a 1 minute time frame and he'll do this. Okay, so look at it like this, right? Bob Volman will draw a line like this, all right? And he will have his trend line like that. And he would base his decision of a scalp, right, on price breaking this zone. Okay? He'll use wedges, but he calls them a different term. All right? Now, it's probably one book that you can't get the PDF download to. I don't know if you can. I'm sure you can if you look for it. But I highly recommend it if anyone is going to be considering. Yeah, you couldn't do it with crypto. The only place you could do it with crypto is if you do it on, if you got a platform like IC Markets where the spreads are really low. But this is the thing about cryptocurrency, man. It's like people want to scalp it, but the fees are going to hit you so hard. And you would literally have to be at the benefit of low fees and give yourself a little bit of freedom for movement of price for you to avoid those fees, you know. But like it's I mean, just look now on the 5 second time frame. See, this is what I mean. This is where he would base his decisions off. Right, he would come to an understanding and say, right, we've got 1, 2, 3 hits, drop. And then it'll be 1, 2, 3 hits. He'll trade off that basis and he calls them all sorts of strategies. It's crazy, but it's a good read, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to deny the guy. It is a very good read. Okay, what is that? Okay then, so across the board right now, Bitcoin isn't doing anything. They're holding this zone. 1 minute time frame showing weakness at the 50 EMA on the 1 minute. All right, everything just looks like it's just staying and stagnating. Not good. Are you allowed to post a PDF here? Paul, if you can't post it in, well, you can post the link. I think you can. Yeah, if you can post the link in here, post the link, bro. Okay. Yeah, add it. Yeah, PC shared. 5 second time frame, zoom out. You'll know what I mean. Yeah, 5 second time frame is a beastie time frame. Discord, it's in the Discord, guys. But listen, I'm gonna listen. Please put this in your minds, guys. It's not a book to be, you know, just dabble into it. You need to read it from start to finish, and it's a fucking long book. All right. It's a long book, man. You know, it's a very sophisticated read. He doesn't cut no bullshit, right? He tells you this is exactly how it's done. And Bob Volman is crazy, right? He hasn't got the credit he deserves, man. You know, he hasn't got the credit he deserves. Here we go. Price pulling back down right now, dropping down. Let's have a look at the 5 second. 5 second dropping to the 15 second will give me a little bit more information. 3 candles for the 5. Spike up, building the longs above the key 47,300 zone. Let me add the sweet spots to that point. Where's my sweet spot indicator? Right there. Sweet spots right there. Should come up on there. Here we go. Right, here we are. So we've got that there. Oh, hello Bitcoin. What's going on here? Pulling back up now. Don't be fooled by a big move like that. Stop hunt rise. I should now recover that candle right there when it decides to do so. Very interesting. See, when you're looking at the smaller time frames, okay, you're getting, there's the blue vector recovery right there. Yeah, the 5 second shows full cycles and patterns. Of course it does. The 1 second will show the cycle. because it's all part of a pattern. It's all part of a bigger picture. Infinex, I just saw your images, bro. Very interesting, very interesting. Okay then. All right then. It's I hate these little sessions, man, where they don't do nothing. Nothing is happening. It's really starting to wind me up. Here we go. 15-second time frame. Looks like it's going to show us a lot of activity. There we go. We've got that on site for you. Get rid of that. Should finish that. Happy days. Okay then. Wonderful. All right then. I'm going to leave you guys to it. I'll be back in a sec. Okay. Let's have a look at what's gone on. Did this little thing right here, if you noticed. What I'm trying to do is help you guys understand how to effectively project moving averages, points in the chart that you anticipate price to come back to, all right? So you can see here that you've got 50% of the red vector candle. When price is so extended away from the moving averages, you're only expecting them to bring it back, okay? Now, if we look at, for example, Bitcoin on the other hand, where you can see on the smaller time frame, this is on the 15-second time frame, drop down to the minute, all right? And let me just get rid of these sweet spot things. Right. Okay. Mad days. What's going on with me today? Okay. We've got ourselves, in essence, this big W formation riding on the 1 minute. Does look like an inverted head and shoulders play, all right? But you need to understand something as well. We've had the move in the morning, all right? Now, like Bitcoin, it's coming back up towards this previous pool of liquidity right here, coming up potentially to test the 13 EMA. Ethereum, we are anticipating them to come back towards the 50. Now, this is on the 5 minute. On the 15 minute, it's a little bit of a journey yet. On the hourly, it's so extended down, all right? They're going to bring it back up, at least to touch the 5 EMA. May take a little while, but they will bring price back up to that point, all right? Once that is achieved, then we will know exactly where we stand with their intentions. The new 30-minute candle has been formed just now, which is important to also consider. And it's starting to pull back ever so slightly. It's hit the 5 EMA on the 30-minute. Don't really want to count that and say that, yes, that is a resistance point. They could reverse it at any point, guys. That's the thing, all right? They can come up and then pull it back down again. Just look at this bigger W, how the pattern is forming on the smaller time frames, getting ready to shift out, potentially to come and test the 200 EMA. They would have brought things back into the fray on the smaller time frames, but remember, it's how they develop and move. That's what we need to be aware of. Let me get rid of all this here. Okay, then. So 4-hour time frames come back down. It's come back up again, all right? This is consistent with a 4-hour. You see, you notice when the new 4-hour candle formed, price actually spiked lower, came down, and now it's going to use the rest of the time to come back up and try and destabilize. And then once New York comes into play, we're going to know if they do favor lower prices and they want to break down lower. Like I said, from now up until when New York decides to come into play, by the time New York steps in, Bitcoin should, in essence, be looking at taking its the range daily low, unless this is the point where they decide to reverse price, okay? Because if we look on the 15-minute time frame, you can see that we've come towards the previous consolidation area in the chart, all right? Now, this could be another area that they do exactly the same thing, consolidate and then break down again, or alternatively, they can consolidate in this area and try and come back up. I don't think they'll be coming back up very quick, all right? Because when we look at the higher time frames as well, pull up the daily. Where are we at? The daily time frame itself has tried to come down towards the 13 EMA. The last time Bitcoin tried to hit the 13 EMA, it bounced from that zone, as you can see right here. So if I pull up Bitcoin daily, there it is right there. No, it wasn't. Let me just put this here. Where is it? Multi-EMA, right there. Okay, so here we go. That was the last time they tried to hit the 13 EMA right there. Notable volume comes in and it comes straight back up, all right? So, yes, I have a Fibonacci here because I was demonstrating something to someone about the fibs. And there's my other chart right there. So that's what we're waiting for, guys. We're waiting just to see if they're going to come down towards the range daily low. That's what I'm projecting moving forward. XRP is coming back up now, so that's good news. Holding that zone. Look at the consolidation that XRP has previously come back into. Ethereum doing exactly the same thing. That's positive. That's really positive. If Ethereum coming back up towards this point in the chart, I'd like to see that. Ever so close to that projection zone. Look at the 5 and 13 EMA trying to come up, crossing over, expanding out, coming up to this point, and then we will know if they hold this zone. Okay. Are we still in the room, guys? Is everyone all good? Yeah, everyone's in here. Cool, cool, cool. All right, then. Pull up, see what's going on next. Got 25 minutes until a new hour candle forms. Okay, cool. A lot of trading as well, guys, is about waiting, especially when you're sat in trades waiting for them to happen. You know, you've got to have the diligence. And this is the thing about scalping, like Bob Volman stuff, okay, with the book I just showed you. You're not waiting for anything. You know that you can come to every single second of the chart and be like, I can capitalize on this. Now, that's a good thing, and it's also a bad thing as well. You know, good thing and a bad thing. So you've got to be mindful of that. Where are we at right now? Okay, let me just flip over here. Let's have a look at what else is going just before I come off. It's pretty red across the board. Cake is holding the top spot today. That is crazy. Hit 25. Come back into that pool of liquidity up there. That's fair enough. What else have we got here? XRP is doing business. There we go. A little W formation right there. Whether it holds or not is a different story. Because remember, W formations can be accumulation points and price getting set up to move back down again. Remember that. So M formation up there, nice M formation up there, come down, M formation up there, dropping down. You see the W formation right there. But you would understand the 50 EMA would have been the resistance point, and you would have been aware of the stop hunt rise right there. Stop hunt rise, drop. Yeah? All candlesticks play the story, guys. They all mean something. All right? And Bitcoin Cash. Let's have a look at Bitcoin Cash. Here we go. Same story, Bitcoin Cash, holding the zone. Everything's pretty much going to copy what Bitcoin does, and we need to accept that as well. I remember Bitcoin Cash back in the day was like, oh my God. How much was it? It was like $4. I swear it was £4. Where was it? Back in the day. No, that wasn't Bitcoin. No, Ethereum Classic, that was it. I think it was. Yeah, Ethereum Classic, not Bitcoin Cash. Right, VET. No guys like VET. VET's pulling back down again. It's just literally straight move up, straight move down. That's all there is to it. Is this the point where they destabilize right now? I hope they don't. They've pretty much recovered all of that vector candle right there, guys. Look at that. They've recovered that vector candle right there. So now they're going to just build up the more positions again to bring it back up. That's what we're anticipating. They need to bring price down to the 50, man. It needs to hit the 50 on the daily. All right, because look, every time it does pull away from the point, it comes back down aggressively, man. We just need to be mindful of that. That's what needs to happen. Now, it doesn't always have to happen. What needs to happen is different to what will happen. And we have to be cool with that. All right. We've got this pool of liquidity right here we're waiting for price to take on. Okay, so I'll get back on again just before the next hour, guys.
Bet you never loved someone. Bet you never loved somebody like I just did. Bet you always hurt the ones. Hurt the ones you say you're so deep in love with. You don't know nothing, 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 nothing. You don't know what it feels like. Baby, I'm hurting, 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 hurting. And you don't even ask why. Why I'm staying up all night. I haven't slept since you came into my life. Why I'm drinking all the time. Why I'm feeling lonely when you're here by my side. I just want something, 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 something from you that feels right. But I know nothing, 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 nothing will do, not this time. You tell me that you care for me, but I don't think it's true. You say I'm all you got, but baby, all you got is you. You promise me you're everything, but never see it through. I don't think you truly love me. If you did, you wouldn't hurt me. Hate it when you call me up. Call me up to tell me you're not coming tonight. Hate it when you cut me off. When I'm trying to tell you that it doesn't feel right. If I know one thing, one thing, one thing, one thing, I know your loving ain't fair. You don't know loving, 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 loving. You don't know how to be there. You tell me that you care for me, but I don't think it's true. You say I'm all you got, but baby, all you got is you. You promise me you're everything, but never see it through. I don't think you truly love me. If you did, you wouldn't hurt me. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way. You tell me that you care for me, but I don't think it's true. You say I'm all you got, but baby, all you got is you. You promise me you're everything, but never see it through. I don't think you truly love me. If you did, you wouldn't hurt me. This way, this way, this way, this way, this way. No way, no way, no way, no way, no way.
stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face. Start my day. Wake up, get up, stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face. Throw my clothes on, start my day. Wake up, I can smell the smoke from the bacon. Let's go, see the sun shining from the windows. Okay, I know that today'll be a good day. Okay, I know that today'll be a good day. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Drink some water, brush my teeth. Get out of bed and I stretch. Bed in my hair is a mess. Look through my clothes for a fit. Anything I do is drip. Feel like a kid when I'm tick-tocking. I still keep it real as it is. I show my age, I don't switch often. I'm just as a dad as it gets. Try taking naps with my kids talking. I'm guessing this life how it is. And I can't wait for the weekend. Keep jammies on like I'm a kid. Wake up, get up, stretch my legs. Eat some breakfast, milk and eggs. Brush my teeth up, wash my face. Throw my clothes on, start my day. Wake up, I can smell the smoke from the bacon. Let's go, see the sun shining from the windows. Okay, I know that today'll be a good day. Okay, I know that today'll be a good day. Feel good, feel great, can't complain. Look out my window, see birds and planes. Sun's out, some clouds, it might rain. Siblings on my nerves again. Summertime, go for a swim. Wintertime, go grab a sled. Spring, I might need an umbrella. Fall back in school with my friends. Attitude change like the weather. My mom tell me it never ends. Like clocks, we evolve in a circle. Every 12 months.
If you guys aren't liking the idea of boring behavior, we're going into lunchtime right now. So you can imagine what's going to happen. Now, usually it's this sort of time in the day where we do see a little bit of movement because the markets themselves, when it's lunchtime, people kind of come away from the charts, right? So liquidity is lower, volatility tends to increase. All right. So let's just see how it turns out just before 12 o'clock. Okay, guys, what's good? What's good? We're coming into the next 4 minutes of the 12 o'clock turn. So, looking at what's happening across the board, look, you've seen they've made the move in the morning and nothing's happened, right? Not even recovery of the full vector yet, all right? When you're stuck in these sort of zones, guys, where price isn't really doing much, it does help to look at the 1 minute time frame. That's what really does help. It assists you and helps you understand how patterns develop, how moves develop across the board. All right. And when there's not much happening, yeah, it's good to go and have a look at what is actually moving across the board. Like MBOX, you can see how much of a mad move that was making just now. Where was it? There you go. These little gems, as PC Shed said. Little movements, brand new as well. Just been listed. Crazy at the start of each month. 21st. Crazy. That is so crazy. Shaky. Can you analyze the Ethereum 1 minute? Sure. 1 minute time frame Ethereum. Here we go. Okay then. So when it comes to the 1 minute time frame, when you see this sort of behavior, as you saw earlier, I put these pins up here, right? Okay. And they were building their longs and shorts in and around this zone until they decide to release them, right? What we need to understand with the 1 minute time frame is this. Whenever there is an extension away from the moving averages, when they do move away very fiercely away from them on the 1 minute, you're always going to get them coming back towards them. They don't hit it, they'll be on their way back towards it. So like, for example, look at this candle right here. Price pulls straight away from that point and reverses back into the zone. All right, how far deep into the zone? Well, that's down to whether you decide to open a trade from this point here and close at this point. All right. This sort of behavior right here is what you want to pay attention to. The accumulation, right, where they're holding the zone. And then when price gets a direction, I tell you now, whenever you see a vector candle appearing, breaking above the 50 EMA, and price is above also the 5 and 13 EMA, and all those moving averages are aligned and crossover as such, you're going to get the momentum, right? You're going to see the momentum. Now, what we've got to be careful of is price is actually coming back up towards the 200 EMA and this 50% vector point. All right, we are going into a new 1 hour candle right now. Here it is. There we go, new 1 hour candle getting ready to form. Let's see if this development of this 1 hour candle is going to continue with the next candle moving forward. So let's see if that does roll out. I'm going to have myself a cup of the good old Manuka honey tea. Here we go. Not really doing much now, is it? Right, here we go. It's moving down now. Breaking down. Very interesting. Complete breakdown. What's Bitcoin doing? Pulling back now, Bitcoin. It all looks like it's all just set. Stop, hunt, rise, drop. Continuation back down. 12 o'clock. We might just see a little bit of movement and then it will stop. That's what I think is going to happen. A little bit and then stop. Stopping volume candles up here and here on the 1 minute time frame. Just split that there. Make that Bitcoin 1 minute. Okay then, this should be interesting. That should be a next point of interest right there. Stopping volume candle at the highs of the Ethereum on the 1 minute. Coming up towards the 200 EMA. Needs to break cleanly out of that zone, man, for me to really convict it's going to go higher. We're expecting it to come back up to this point at some stage to actually then tell us whether or not they're going to continue. That's what I'm waiting for them to do. It's a different story, isn't it? Looks like we might just get it, guys. Looks like we might just get it. Bring price back up. Brinks box in the US session. Stop, hunt, rise, drop. Continuation. Are we expecting them to move down lower? Just looking at the daily time frame itself right here. I need to pull up this daily right here. Right there. Okay, so let me pull up MT4. Gold. Dollar yen. Dollar yen's coming back up again. Happy days. We sat and held that well. Okay, so let me get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay then. Zoom in on this game. Okay. Yeah, they're holding this point right here. Looks like they're holding it on the 4 hour. But the next 4 hour candle could actually just drop price. No different to what it did right here. Stabilize, spiked up, come back down again. So we're going to see if that's going to be the case for New York. New York's new 4 hour candle starts at 2 o'clock on MT4. So we're going to see if that is the case. All right, pulling back right there. Ethereum. See, here you go. Notable volume appearing on Bitcoin right there. Stopping volume on the 1 minute time frame. That's good news for us. Ethereum doing the same thing. Well, stopping volume candle right there. Well, the daily open on TradingView is there, but the daily open for us is what? 48,279. That's 47,717. Doesn't make sense. $48,279. That's where the daily open should be sat. Right there, roughly there or thereabouts. It's a sharp move to the downside, recovery, and then continue back down. That's what I expect them to be doing. All right then. Go get yourself some lunch, guys. You can see the market isn't doing much. Don't worry, I'll come back onto the screens if we do see something interesting happening. All right. How is this? Is this all good? The question I'm struggling with right now, Paul. Should I close my long when the vector halfway point gets resisted? Answer the question yourself. Answer it. Are you in profit? Answer the question yourself. The idea is to make profit. All right? Go search for a guy, Ed Posterman, on Instagram. He's the guy. Yeah. Yeah, you're enjoying it? Okay, cool. That's good. That's good. All right, then, cool. Pay attention to what's going on. 1 minute time frame. Keep an eye on that. Starting to break down. I'm hoping that it does so it's consistent with what we're trying to understand with this behavior. Okay? Right. Tino, since they are holding this zone, did this not happen before breaking to the upside last week? Yes, Sebastian. You're talking about this point in the chart. Where is it? You are making reference to this bad boy right here, where we anticipated them to drop and then came back up again, and then they dropped one more time and then they shifted out of the zone. Is that the case right here? That's what we're trying to establish, because you've got to remember the move from this upside down here, okay, wasn't as aggressive as what this was. All right, they were just slowly adding. Oh, yep, this is a different part of it. We're talking about this section right here. All right, 2 pushes to the downside. Right, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vector candles pushing price down lower. It's like they're trying to quickly come down for the for the amount of money that they want to try and get in this zone right here. All right, same with Bitcoin as well. Where is it? There's that W formation right there. Not much happening in this zone right here, but then when you look here, you can see a bag of vector candles all appearing. So because they came down here and then they spike back up, we will then know that by the time the New York session comes in, we either get a reversal back up, because the 5 and the 13 EMA have crossed over on the 200 EMA on the hourly. The 50 EMA is edging towards closing lower. All right, the 50-minute time frame is showing us, wait a second, 15-minute time frame is showing us continuation for price to go down lower. You can see the 5 and the 13 EMA have crossed over the hourly. The 13 EMA is the 50 EMA crossed over the 200 EMA on the 15-minute time frame, which we know to be the 13 EMA on the 1 hour time frame, and it's now expanding out. That's what we want to see for downward side potential or movement. All right, where is it? 4 hour right there. If the 4 hour 13 EMA crosses over the 50, then yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a difficult situation. Well, not even difficult, guys. The lowest I'm expecting it to go is down to 44. All right, and even if it does go down lower, we can anticipate it to go to 39 if they really want to send it down that way. All right, we have to accept that they can do anything they want. That's the key thing about this. So here's the breakdown. It's starting to move it back down again. Previous pool of liquidity right there. Could they actually hit that point? Let's see and wait for it to happen. All right, I'll be back to you in a moment, guys. All right, guys, look, I want you to notice something right here. Love to know thoughts, potential entry points for longs on Ethereum. Tino, okay, potential entry points for longs on Ethereum. That I can't tell you, but I can tell you how. You need to understand what to expect, okay? Principle will say that we need the 5 and the 13 EMA to cross over the 1 hour 50 EMA, all right? But what time frame are you making your basis on, Ben? You know, what are you basing it on? Are you basing it on for the 4 hour, daily, 15 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute? Entry points for what direction? Short, long? Oh yeah, you did say entry points for longs on Ethereum. Right, okay, so for longs, but what time frame? That's what really helps, because each time frame is going to have a different set of targets. It's going to have a different intention, okay? And then there's going to be a different, okay, so 15-minute time frame. Okay then. All right then. Here we go. Cinnamon Sticks. Hold on. Just before I answer that question for Ben, would it be correct to think that if the 8-hour green vector candle gets recovered, price will then reach the 50 EMA, and with this move down printing a lot of red vector candles, it is likely to rise? By principle, that's what we are expecting. Okay? You've got to understand, we haven't actually broken down to a point where we think Bitcoin could actually go down beyond the 40k point. All right? First things first, they need to break the 50 EMA for us to even start thinking like that. And they need to then come back down and then retrace back up to the 50 for us to even believe it's going to go lower. And then when it rejects the 50 and continues down, then we would have been established in a markdown phase. Okay? But once they recover the full vector, all right, it's at that point where we will know that the market maker is either going to continue and follow through with the other vectors that are made up in this area right here. So look at the 4 hourly. You've got that vector point right there in the chart, as you can see how the crosshairs are matching up with it. And then we've got this area right here. So this is what we're waiting to see. Now, in relation to Ben's question about an entry point to go long on Ethereum, well, let's look at it like this. We've just come from a massive move to the upside, all right? We need to reset or start absorbing profits. So principle would say that the 15-minute time frame is showing an M formation, all right? Price has dropped, level 1. Okay, price has now then dropped again, level 2. All right, are we expecting a retrace level 3 and then price continues lower and then it goes into a W formation? Is this what we're waiting for? Or could they just simply send price back up from that point? This is what we're waiting for. If that is the case, that they do send price down lower, then what will happen is the 5 and 13 EMA will edge up towards the 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame, and then they will then show shark fin-like behavior, like you can see over here. If you look closely, you can see the 5 and the 13 EMA right there. You can see ever so closely right there. You can see the yellow line. It crosses over down here, and then what happens is it comes up, forms a shark fin at the 50 EMA, and then starts to break down. Once the 5 crosses over the 13, you know things are going to change to the downside, so then you can ride that move to the downside. That will be a confirmation candle, and then you'll be able to capitalize on the basis that they do break down lower on a move to the downside. Now, what we're waiting for right here in this zone is the 5 and 13 EMA to just come back up and tell us what the market maker is planning on doing. Okay, if it's in line with the absorption of orders, are they going to bring it back to the 50 EMA and do exactly the same thing here? Because price is away from the 50 right now, and we need to be mindful of that. Okay, we've got to be aware that they are going to bring it back into the fray. So back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't really show me, like, look, here we go, nice little W formation right there. What's going on here? What is happening there? Oh, okay, anyways, never mind. What have we got? 22 minutes past 12. We've got the pre-New York market starting at 1 o'clock. I'm going to be going live at about 1:30, 1:45. So I'm going to spend as much time as I can with you guys. And it's going to be a short live, just talking about the levels and the zones and what have you. Introducing the idea of the market maker to anyone that is new to the stream. Just get them familiar with the idea of what we're talking about. But overall, ladies and gentlemen, what we're trying to wait and see is if there is going to be a continuation down. All right, because they've broken so aggressively from that zone. This candlestick right here on the daily has shown us interest at the 13 EMA right there. There is a shark fin on the 5-minute time, 5 EMA on the daily. It's all about what it does in this zone right here. It really is all about what it does there. Lars, doesn't matter how much it is. Ultimately, it's the win. That's what you want, because you execute that thousands of times, then boy. Ben, what would you say is the biggest difference you've noticed between traditional markets and crypto in terms of market maker behavior? In terms of market maker behavior, they are exactly the same, except Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is more volatile. That's all it is. They just do bigger moves. If this move was done faster than the last one, wouldn't that imply it is even more fake? Paul, well, there's a difference between something being fake and then them wanting to bring price into a zone as quick as they can because they want to capitalize on the liquidity that is already from the zone that they're coming away from. All right, a little bit confusing that is. Let me say that again. There's a difference between, okay, a fast move, false move, and a move of them coming out of a zone as quick as they can because they've got the liquidity in the zone that they're coming away from. All right, because remember, market makers realize a return on their on their positions by tapping the liquidations and the stops for the retail traders who are in the opposite direction. How do they release that liquidity? How do they release that? Because when someone buys, someone sells. When you as a trader want to sell your buy, okay, in profit, you're taking the liquidity that was matched against your position based on your amount of leverage and the margin that you put up, okay? Likewise, if your trade loses, the liquidity that you've put up gets given away to the order that has been matched against you, okay? The multi-time frame candle setup, is that on MT4? Is it for MT4, Gertz? Gertz, Gertlers, can't even say your name, man. How can I identify that difference? Cycles. Okay then, so cycles and vector candles always look left to determine exactly what they're going into. So if they're in this zone right here and you can see that they're trying to tap this extra pool of liquidity, stop hunt rise that appears right here, fails to break the 50 EMA. If you look on the 1 minute time frame, clear as day, that zone right there, and you look at this chart here, that zone right there showed an M formation, okay? That M formation, you were going to make these entries right here, and that was on the premise that they've come away from the high, M formation, drop level 1, you are effectively chasing a level 2 drop. So if the vector candles are available and they are nearby, there's a good chance that it's going to go into that direction, okay? Because they failed to hold the 200 EMA, and the 200 EMA on the 1 hour time frame, okay, it was quite close to price, and they've already touched, they haven't actually hit the 200 EMA in a little while in price. Okay, so from the 20th, they had gone all the way up and they hadn't come back to test that point. Every time they come back to test it, we anticipate them that they're going to come back up again. However, things are a bit different now because they are below the 200 EMA. For all we know, they could actually continue back up from this point. All right? Paul, you will never know exactly, you know, how to really work out, you know, whether you are going to get in at the right time or not. It's all down to experience. This system is not static. Remember that. All right. See, here's an example right now. There's a little W formation. All right. At what point would you have assumed that you were going to take that trade? Well, you could have drawn out the W formation right here. Right. And you could have said to yourself, okay, you know what? I'm going to wait. So if you were to move this across and you were here, and you could see a W formation forming, you'd say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to pay to play. I'm going to go long right here, and I'm going to use this area as my stop. All right? So we get a pen, not a pen, but we mark off where our stop level is. All right? And we wait and see what happens. Price then goes up in your favor. Pay yourself. It's gone above the moving average. Okay? It's tried to peak out, pin to the high, shown weakness, take your profit, repeat again. That's how it works. TradingView, right? TradingView is, oh, I don't know how to do that. I've just got it. Infinex helped me set mine up. All right, then, cool. 3 minutes until a next 30-minute candle, new 15-minute candle. We are at 12:30 now, so that should make things a lot more interesting for us. Here we go, starting to pull back quite aggressively. Notice how like 12:30, 12 o'clock, lunchtime, now all of a sudden it's starting to go into full swing, like they're starting to make some moves now. All right, Ether's pulling back. So yeah. All right, let me tune in with you in a second, guys. Right, listen. I'm getting notifications from people saying that they're not getting access or notifications about any updates that I'm putting through on the Patreon. Has anyone got this problem? Has anyone got the problem of not getting a notification from me? Even in Patreon itself. Seems to be that there's some people are having this problem where they're not getting notified about anything. No. You got 3. No, you get all updates on Patreon. Cool. No. You're getting it all now. Okay. Right. Got notification Discord as well. Okay, that's good. That's good. If you know, I mean, some people are getting messages of people saying they keep missing the stage chat, and I'm like, look, I put it out as many places as I can. I need to try and find a way of actually putting it somewhere where, because I know some people don't use Discord, you know. You don't get them via Patreon, but through Discord. I get Patreons, but sometimes miss YouTube notifications. I think it's more people not knowing exactly where they will be getting the notification for stage. But on the phone, they have to go into the settings and check if the Patreon have enabled notifications. There you go. Some videos only go through to my emails, but don't appear on Discord or Patreon. See, that's different, man. Oh God, Telegram or WhatsApp. Jesus. Ugh. Interesting. It's like, what? Rather than use Discord, Telegram or WhatsApp, what is it that we can use in the meantime? You know? Start a new Discord. Completely new version of Discord. Okay, Patreon can do push and email notifications, so check Patreon settings. Yeah, don't worry, I'm going to make no more groups. No Telegram, no WhatsApp, fuck that. No, none of that. It's just I'm trying to cater for the people that aren't getting it. If it's something that can be done on my end, fine, I'll do something about it. But if it's all about getting the notifications done on their end, I can't help you there, bro. You know, it's one of them ones. Right, let's have a look at what's going on. So, New York in 20 minutes time. That's pre-market New York stage. I think what I'm going to do is today's live stream that I'm doing, all right, I'm going to let it roll. So I'm going to finish that stream and then I'm just going to let the stream roll and it's going to have these charts right here. All right. I might just have Ethereum and Bitcoin on the one chart. Ethereum, Bitcoin and XRP in one. So let me see how it would look. So if I do 3. Nah, that won't look good, will it? Nah, fuck that. Anyway, so let's have a look at what's going on. So here we go. We've hit the 200 EMA. I marked this off right here because it's really important. Okay, just look at what they did right here. Yeah, notable volume. See, just notice how each of the highs that they're making, they're coming in less and less. So they're just spiking up, taking the orders and dropping price back down again. Right? Today's screen setup is great. Okay, I'll send a screenshot of Patreon settings in the Discord chat. Justin Profit, that'll be awesome, bro. Thank you very much. When TR coin. I love how they always, how people do that. When Lambo, when TR coin, when stream. Oh, man. Shit. Okay, then. This is something you want to be paying attention to. Because if this move up here leads to price dropping down, we've got the New York session starting in less than 20 minutes, or the pre-New York session. Right, let's just have a look at where we are right now on the chart. 30 minute, 15, let me go 5 minute time frame. Let me have a look right here. Here we go. See, they're finding resistance at the 50 EMA. 5 and 13 EMA trying to come up. It's like we've got an inverted head and shoulders, but we saw that yesterday and it completely collapsed. They did that right there. Stop, hunt, rise, drop. Brinks box comes into play. See, here you go, man. Look at this perfect Asian session. This is why part of my bread and butter trading is trading the last third of the Hong Kong session. It's such a powerful time to trade. Sometimes I don't really do the moves, okay? But when you come to it every single day, and you monitor what they're doing with price. Look at this. Look at this perfect stop, hunt, rise. Okay? Because the Asian session high, right? Look. This is a range. Okay? That's the Asian session range. Okay? Traders put orders here. And here. Because the Asian session is notorious for being a little bit choppy. All right? Now, guys put their orders here and they put them here going all the way across. All right. And they hope that at some point, price is going to hit that zone. All right. Look what happened here. So in the Asian session, the guys came in, started to dump price, came up, spiked the high once, fulfilled those orders, came back down, pulled it all the way down and formed the low of the Asian session, which was ironically in and around yesterday's low. They come back, rise, retrace, continuation up. And they stabilize. The final third of the Hong Kong session. Here was the clue for me. All right. This is the clue that we're waiting for. You want to see them try and trap traders that believe in price is going to continue lower. At the same time, they come back up and they form the midpoint of the Asian session. Now, as it comes towards the close of the Asian session, you want to pay attention because when they move away from the Asian session aggressively like they have done here, remember, this is a 5 minute time frame. When they move away from that point, all right, and they take out the daily open, they go above moving averages, and they start tapping into other previous zones. Like if you can see right here, they tap the psychological low and they found a resistance point to it. Let's be honest, the pivot was there, but look what they hit first. They hit the psychological low. Now, to the average trader, he isn't going to see that shit right there. He's not going to know. Tell me, where is the support and resistance point in this area right here? No one can see one. All right? No TikTok trader can see that. But look, they pinned it and they pulled straight back. You would have been going short in this instance right here. And if you want to be sure about it, okay, always wait for the retrace continuation back down. Look where the retrace came with the Brinks. Stop hunt rise, continuation. Same way of Asia, same in the UK. Stop hunt rise, drop. Stop hunt rise, drop. Stop hunt rise, drop. Is that what we're expecting? Because that's what I'm waiting to see. That is exactly what I'm waiting to see. Here we go. Here we go. Bitcoin coming up. It's now coming up. Let's see if it's going to hold this point. We got the new, yeah, here we go. 15-minute candle starting right now. Here we go. New 15-minute candle. Let's see if the intention is solid. For all we know, they could just continue straight back up. This could be the low. Who knows? They could hold at this point because they have hit a previous projection point. Here we go. Look at that. What's happening here? Pay attention to that zone right there. New 15-minute candle. Where are we in the day? We're pretty much halfway through the day now. Dylan, you can actually change these things. You can actually change them. I know you can change them. It's just one of those right-click things, settings, somewhere in and around here, man. Where is it? Somewhere. You got to go into the indicator. So I ain't going to do it because I know straight away that I'm probably going to end up adding a MACD to my chart. I ain't going to do that. Cracking W pattern on 15-minute on CGG on Qcoin. Chain Guardians, man. Look at that. There's your W. Who knows? Let's see if we get the 3 hits to the high. I'm guessing that's what you're looking at. Crypto Twitter traders are calling for 44k. They can call whatever they want. You know? They can call whatever they want. If price is going to go there, it's going to go there. The joke is they'll take claim for it as well. Which I think is really funny. At the end of the day, the thing is, each of the numbers that everyone will call to, everyone starts saying them as they get closer and closer. So it's inevitable it's going to hit that zone. You know? Give me a random figure like 81,000. Price is nowhere near it. And say when it's going to hit. Oh, God. Here we go. What have we got here? New York. I'm smelling New York behavior here. I am smelling New York behavior. Yeah, NFT market, man. This is it. It is. I think we're in that spot again. The NFTs are going to be the reason we see these crazy gains again. It's madness, isn't it? Here we go. Bitcoin breaking out on the 1 minute time frame. Breaking out the zone, recovering some of the vector candles right here, as you can see. Look at that. You can see it's recovering it, but be careful. Daily open in sight. Remember, if the daily open is nearby, price tends to gravitate towards that point. Let's see if it does play out. This will be very interesting if it does play out, guys. I'll be really happy if it does. We don't want it to go low. We want it to go higher. But the thing is, we are expecting a retrace. Past 8 hours, they're trying to recover the move back. 4 hours, it's still in a negative candle. We've got a new 1 hour candle coming into play shortly. We've expected this retrace. Price is now on the 1 hour trying to come up above the 5 EMA, so it's done well to do that, but we've got the 13 EMA in sight as well. So no cigars just yet, guys. Now, there's nothing stopping you guys from taking trades, okay? You see a W formation, you take the trade, you play it out, okay? Anyone taking a trade off this W right here? Music. The music's off. Oh, wow. He's in the wrong... He might be in the wrong one. Yeah, there's no music here, man. Still AVEX. Okay. That's wonderful. Yeah. Okay. Richard, are you in here? Can you hear me? Sometimes the Discord itself... Surely you can't hear it. Just killed the long. Ethereum come to the 15-minute time frame. Here we go. Let's have a look. Ethereum. Here we go. There it is. There's that little move right there, guys, from this earlier on today. They've come back up towards that projection point. All right. They've fulfilled that. They've come up to the 50% of the retrace of the vector candle. Happy days. Look at the moving averages right there. We projected the moving average. We had all the zones right here. This is how you break down and how you anticipate a movement. Now look, 50 EMA has hit this point, okay? Give me 2 seconds. I'm just getting a call. Wait there. Now the music's coming on. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take the call. Okay, then, so what I was saying is they've brought it back to the 50 EMA, all right, which is not the 50 EMA. That's just on the 5-minute time frame, okay? True 50 EMA will be on the 50-minute time frame, and, of course, the main 50 EMA, which will be the hourly, and that's just so far away. All right. What we need to try and get into our minds is you can capitalize on these sort of movements. Okay. If you just break it down, drop down to the lower time frames. Have a closer look. Understand how market makers step in at key points. They build their positions below key notable areas. They come in aggressively at one point and then they bring it back in and they stabilize. They slowly trickle price back up. Okay? This is the slow trend, true trend on the 1 minute time frame. All right? Are you sorted now, Richard? Yeah, this is going to this sort of behavior with price right now. All right, I'm just waiting for New York to come into play. Look, notable volume, spike higher, bring price down, failure to take the daily open on the chart itself. Now we're starting to get a little bit busy. We got 5 minutes until New York actually rolls in, and this is going to be quite fun. This will be quite fun. Okay. So what are your thoughts on today, guys? You know, what are your thoughts? How has this session been for you? It's been longer than normal, okay, but because I've been dipping in and out of the actual stream itself. But how have you gained this? You know, what have you actually learned from this? Is this something that we could do again next week? That's the question. Yeah? Great. Right, okay. Great format. Okay, cool. That's cool. Okay, then that's cool. All right, because I am mindful. The thing is, you got to look at it like this. All in all, there's roughly around 1,200 Patreons, okay? And right now, only 122 of them are in this room, okay? And of course, we've got different timescales all over the world. Some people can't make it, all right? So to make it a continuous thing like this wouldn't be fair, because then they would have to sit through super long streams, and I wouldn't want them to do that, you know? You've learned that you have a lot to learn. Maybe a notification in the Discord or Patreon when you decide to have hot mic. Okay, it's midnight there, okay. Soul Cow, how you doing, man? Yeah, 5 a.m. on the West Coast is hard for... Yeah, that's hard. Once a week, that's what I'm going to do, once a week. Yeah, this is what it's going to be. Wednesday's going to be like this. We're going to swap and change, guys. We're going to go through... We're going to do it like this. Every Wednesday, we're going to roll out like this. Okay? Everyone in the States is actually... The thing is, everyone's waking up now in the States. And naturally, it's all going to start coming through. We're going to start seeing an increase in numbers. And that's when I go off. But then I'll be going on to the actual mainstream. But I'm going to wait for that. Yeah. True. Angel, yeah, man. That's fine. You live in the UK, so it's all good. A break between this and the 1:30 stream would break up the length. Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're gonna when you're streaming the whole day and made short clips. Was it too messy for you, Tino, when you were streaming whole day and made short clips for the Patreons? Thing is, it's because I'm using one computer. What I am going to do is I'm going to get another computer where it just has a continuous stream that I can monitor. All right. And then I can do the videos and I can just jump into that stream on the YouTube channel and I can just talk from there and timestamp it that I've just turned up. But yeah, it's just one of those ones. All right, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to wait for New York to open. We're going to see what the pre-New York market does, and then I'm going to end this stream, give you guys a half an hour chill, and then I'm going to come on live again, and we're going to hit the YouTube, and then we're just going to break down everything. Of course, I'll bring in this format into the stream when I'm doing live streams. Okay, when I'm just leaving it and I'm just popping in and out. I'm not going to have this format on the live streams because I'm going to be talking about coins individually and just breaking down points in the chart. Okay, so this is for the Patreons. We're going to be able to, we've got plenty of time to do that. All right. All right, then. So, yeah. Yeah, I need to do that. Yeah. Need to time. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. New York has just opened right now, and it's opened down. All right. Quite an aggressive push down. Look at that over there. Okay. Now we're going to see. Here we go. New 4-hour candle has formed. Look at what's going on right here, guys. Just move that box. Get rid of it, actually. Look at this. They're going to fill this wick. Got to be careful. Be extremely careful. Anyone that's opened longs or anything, be careful. But the thing is, this candle right here is likely to get recovered, but it all depends on what they decide to do here. That's the thing. We want to wait and see because they've broken the 50. Right on the 4-hour time frame. They've broken it. Now we've got a red vector candle coming in at the start of New York itself. Are we going to get a continuation back up because it didn't break down lower? There you go. Need to wait and see. Ethereum coming back down, not breaking down the 50 EMA. Who's actually performing well? All right, okay, cool. Let's see how New York has actually opened. Dollar yen breaking up higher, hit the psychological high. That's happy days right there. Gold is actually pulling back. We've got a lot of stopping volume for gold right there. A lot of stopping volume. Look at that. Ping, 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 ping. They're holding the zone. Very interesting. Very interesting. Bitcoin on the 5 minutes. Pulling away from the 50 EMA, guys. 50 EMA pulling away from that point. 1 minute time frame is showing us that bit of behavior right there. Where is it? There we go. Let's get this up right here. We are now looking at the 1 minute time frame on these M candles right here. So here we go. High has been achieved on this candle of the 1 hour. The new 1 hour candle will form in a minute on MT4 because it obviously takes a little longer. It's 3 minutes until that happens. Zoom out. See the bigger picture. Yeah. See, this is what we might see, this behavior here. All right, so this behavior might roll out here and then dump down again. So we've got to be mindful of that. All right, then. Okay, guys, listen. Go and have yourselves a little half an hour break. I'm going to send you guys all a notification on this. Okay, let's just sit tight a second. Hold up. Hold up. There's your vector. Here we go. I think the party's about to begin. Thank you very much. And this is the pre-market. Got to be careful here. Did you see that? What happened just then on the 1 minute? Did you see that? Spike up, took the order, chipped. Right, so they had a few orders in that zone right there. Went long, took the profit, came back down again. Remember I was telling you about the story of the guys in Japan where they make literally a quick entry, $3-4 million, quickly pull it out, 20 grand profit done, in short time. So it looks clear now that the 5 EMA on the 1 hour time frame is showing resistance. Okay, they have recovered 50% of the sort of 50% of the vector on Bitcoin. If you look at Ethereum, look what they just did, man. Fucking hell, 50% of the vector candle right there. Who the fuck would you tell that to? Look at that. 50% spike up, reverse back down, man. That in itself, ladies and gentlemen, is a strategy. Just that. You can profit off this sort of play. Wait until you get a big vector candle to the downside. Wait for it to stabilize. Look down at the smaller time frames. Try and see if you can understand the behavior of price in and around this zone. Anticipate the fade. It's called a fade back into the zone. All right. They've come back up, hit the 50% retracement of the vector candle, and they fucking pulled away from it. The motherfuckers, man. It's so bad. It's so bad. There it is. Those bastards. But listen, we need these bastards. That's the thing. All right. We need those bastards. Because without them, we wouldn't have what we have today. We must be grateful of the market maker. All right? We must be grateful. He is the liquidity provider. We just need to follow the coattails. Yeah? Follow the coattails. When I say if you don't understand the coattails, just take Neo from the Matrix. Right? As he's running, you're just literally trying to grab on hold to his... There's the saying here. It's like here. There is an artist's drawing. Where is it? Images. There you go. That's what it is. This is us, guys. This is us right here. That's us. This is the Traders Reality family right here. This is what we're about right here. Okay? That's what it's about. Following these motherfuckers right here. That's what it is. That's not what I was expecting, but hey. Oh, man. Yeah, that's an emoji, yeah. Okay then, guys, let me let you get going, okay? That's rest of... That's true. Oh, man, I shouldn't be laughing. Fucking hell. All right then. Guys, listen. I'm going to end the stream, okay? This is it. Should be a new NFT, coattail. That should be true. All right then. Just keep an eye on what's going on, guys. I'm going to go live in about 25-30 minutes. Go get yourself something to eat. Go have yourselves a bit of a drink. All right, get up, stretch your legs. All right, circulate that blood in your body. All right, because there's no point in just staring at a chart if the blood's not moving and you're not active. All right, it's important that you do that. Okay, I'm going to add this video to the Patreon. All right, so if anyone's going to sit through it, happy days. All right, yes. It will be, will it be a Patreon stream or open for everyone? It's going to be an open stream for everyone. Okay, gonna keep it an open stream for everyone. So it's all going to be on YouTube. So I'll get it all shared across all the platforms. All right. Okay, guys, mad love. It's been a pleasure with you guys today. I hope you've enjoyed it. And of course, after today's stream as well, I'll be finishing at about quarter to 3. And I will be doing a couple of videos where possible just after I go and get my daughter. All right. So mad love and respect to all of you guys. And I will catch you guys in a bit. All right. Take care, guys. Peace.